Joining us now is musician and outdoorsman, the great Ted Nugent. Ted, glad to have you on the show tonight.
Well, happy Independence Day every day, Joe and Jen, from the sacred swamps of Michigan, where I'm making music in my man cave cuckoo's nest, feeling pretty darn good.
Ted, a lot of energy down there in Florida and Sarasota, where folks are gathering, even in the rain. Curious what you anticipate for tonight's event. What do you think Trump's going to be speaking about tonight?
Well, certainly a big thank you to everybody there at Newsmax and the conservative families that represent the heart and soul of the asset column in America. But I say ditto to John Schneider and Liz and Sean Spencer. You know, truth, logic, and common sense is alive and well, and I was able to wallow in it at the Trump rallies here in Michigan and across the country. And we just have to remember that never in the history of politics, never in the history of anything except maybe my rock and roll concerts, have 20, 30, plus thousand people chanted, "We love you, we love you, we love you," because Donald Trump is a status quo crusher. And those people standing in the rain down in Florida, a great, great state led by a great, great governor, those are families, working hard, playing hard families, entrepreneurs, mom and pop businesses, members of the NRA and Gun Owners of America and Hunter Nation, sportsmen, conservationists, people who celebrate Independence Day seriously and emotionally every day just by putting their heart and soul into being the best that they can be. And that's what Donald Trump represents better than any politician in my lifetime. And there's some good ones. The great Governor Kristi Noem in South Dakota, the great Governor Ron DeSantis, Greg Abbott in Texas. There's a bunch of them out there. But Donald Trump is the indicator of work ethic, God, family, country, law and order, you know, all that really radical, controversial stuff. So I know the spirit there, and God bless him for standing in the rain. But here in Michigan, we were standing in a freezing horizontal rain because those people that support Donald Trump, we can put up with anything, and we are really putting up with about anything right now under this crazy administration. So once again, what you people at Newsmax represent is the heart and soul of the best of America, and that's who's at the Trump rally tonight.
Well, Ted, I'm glad you bring that up because obviously we're going to be having the rally in a minute. We're still waiting with bated breath for the president to take the stage. But I want to touch on what you just talked about because, again, yes, we can have this rally and celebrate America's independence, but America, the essence of it, it's the tiny decisions, the tiny acts that we do each and every day as people who love this country. And yet it seems that there are so many people who either despise this nation or want to turn it into something it was never intended to be. Talk to us about your work, the efforts you've made through your music and through your engagement to make sure that people remember just how wonderful a nation we truly have to each other.
Well, Joe, I mean, if my spirit could squirt through this technology, I'd be there in the studio with you because you're touching on a pulse of positivity, a pulse of that man in the arena. We get up early and we bust our ass to be the best that we can be. I know Donald Trump. I know his family. I know the people at the rally. I do a Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, and I was at the local Hot Rods Barbecue in Concord, Michigan. I went to the feed mill this morning, and people come up to me everywhere I go, and they thank me for standing up for non-censored First Amendment, for uninfringed Second Amendment, for being the best that you can be, making sacrifices, taking risks. I was at the shooting range with a couple of law enforcement heroes celebrating a real Independence Day brass rainbow at the shooting range. So the pulse that you're talking about, Joe, Jenna, it is so alive and well. And before conservative, hardworking families got angry, we were heartbroken at the Biden scam, at the Biden history of racism, and the kryptonite that is the work ethic, that God, family, country, law and order. It's the kryptonite to the Democrats. We stand back and we go, did you hear this? Did you see this? Can this happen in America? Right. But I'm going to touch on what John Schneider, Liz and Sean and you guys talk about all the time. Marxism, communism, the left, the Democrats, it's pure rot. But worse than those things is apathy in the conservative families. If you don't raise hell with your mayor, your senator, your congressman, and your governor, and if you don't vote God, family, country, law, and order, then the enemy would like to thank you. So I see an enormous and very welcomed wake-up call, and you see it in the spirit and the attitude and that positive energy that includes defiance of immoral laws, anti-constitutional policies. So yes, this is a pivotal moment in America. And I got to tell you, I've always been cancel culture before there was a term for cancel culture, because I dared to support the National Rifle Association and the Second Amendment, and I was against drugs and alcohol in the world of rock and roll. So I understand the evil side, and Donald Trump represents the good side.
Amen to that, my friend. As those 25,000 people recognize decisions are made by those who show up, they keep showing up. We thank you for showing up. Ted Nugent, you have our thanks. Have a blessed 4th of July, my friend.
Thank you, Ted.
Happy Independence Day every day.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.